Hi, come on in. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. I have another treat for you tonight. Well, it's tonight to me. I'm on a journey through biblical archaeology, and I've been finding a lot of good stuff. I'm using as my guide a guy named Ron Wyatt. Ron Wyatt was an anesthesiologist in a hospital in Nashville, Tennessee. His hobby was biblical archaeology. So every year at his vacation time, he would take his family and they would go to Israel or Egypt or Saudi Arabia. And the Lord would lead him into subjects, and he would get real interested in it and do the research over here, and then go over there, and the Lord would open things up for him to find what had never been found before. Mount Sinai, the Red Sea, where the crossing occurred, where the Jews went from Egypt into Saudi Arabia, which in those days was Midian. He has found Abraham and Sarah's tomb in Hebron. He had found the tomb of Jesus. He has found Noah's Ark. He has found Gomorrah of Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what the subject is tonight. And he has also found the Ark of the Covenant, which has not been publicized too much. Israel does not want news of the Ark of the Covenant to get out too much. They have a place where it is, and they want to leave it there until the temple is ready. And when the temple is ready, then they will bring out the Ark of the Covenant. Ron also found the furniture of the Holy of Holies, and he found the ephod. There were 2 ephods that were included in this. He found those, and he found something else. Goliath's sword. It's big. It was saved by David, and it is with the Ark of the Covenant and other precious things, and they are going to be released at some time when Israel decides it's time to open the temple. But tonight we're going to be looking at Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, Ron Wyatt has found Gomorrah. He found that back in, I think he was 82. He found it accidentally. He wasn't looking for it. But he found it, and it's really in some ways it's in awesome shape, because it's not buried under 6 feet of ash and dirt and everything else. The city still stands as it was, but it's difficult to see it as a city unless you take the blinders off and look at it, and you realize all of these shapes and all of these walls and all of everything else is not part of a canyon. It is the city of Gomorrah, and it's at the foot of Masada, which was one of Herod's palaces, way up on a plateau, and he built it up there. And today it's a tourist attraction. And Ron Wyatt went up there and filmed it from up there so that you can see it. And you can see the walls and the buildings and the sphinxes and the ziggurat and all kinds of things. When you know what you're looking for, you realize this is Gomorrah. How different it is from Sodom. A doctor named Dr. Stephen Collins, an archaeologist, an American, and a Christian, found it by reading the Bible. And the Bible tells where Abraham and Lot were when they decided to split company. And they could see the plain of Jordan, and they could see the 5 cities of Jordan. And he put himself, Dr. Collins, put himself in this position, and looking at the map, he scanned and he realized Sodom has got to be on the north face or the north end of the Dead Sea. Everyone has always thought, and he taught, that it was on the south side of the Dead Sea. So he got a grant and he went over to Israel, and this might be in Jordan, come to think of it. Anyway, he went over to one of those countries and started poking around, and he found Sodom on his first try. What he found was a clay pot that had been lightly glazed on the outside. And he was very disappointed because this would indicate that it was 1,000 years younger. This glaze was something that was fairly common in the early Iron Age, but Sodom was destroyed in the middle of the Bronze Age. Someone looked at the pot and realized this is a very, very light glaze. And it looks like it was just flash heated. So they started digging some more, and they found carbon. They found a lot of evidence of fire. And as they dug, they found more and more evidence of fire, but they realized that Sodom was not destroyed completely by fire. It was also a seismic event, and they evaluated that or they came to the conclusion that it was a seismic event because they found a very large earthen jar that was full of grain, and it had moved from its position and crashed against a wall, and the grain was falling out. Well, the grain was not burned. So there had to have been a seismic event, probably not an earthquake. But judging from the fire, judging from the damage, and he was also familiar with Gomorrah, he knew that there had been a great heat event in the area. He was familiar with the culture of the Minoans, and the Minoans had apparently influenced the culture of Sodom. And some of the things that the people of Sodom were practicing were the same kind of things that were practiced in Manoah. Apparently, God wasn't happy with Manoah. He certainly wasn't happy with Sodom. Manoah was destroyed by a volcano, a very large volcano, at the same time that Sodom was destroyed. So guess what? God got a 2-for-1. Dr. Collins tells the story so much better than I do. But anyway, it is recognized now that he has found Sodom. Ron Wyatt found Gomorrah. Now, there have been other archaeologists who have taken credit for it recently, that they have found Gomorrah. They're liars. Ron Wyatt was not recognized as an archaeologist because he didn't have any doctors after his name in archaeology. But Israel and Egypt gave him licenses to dig. And I think Saudi Arabia did too. I don't know if he had a license, but he had permission. He was recognized by all three countries to be an eminent archaeologist. So with that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you're going to see. The first one will be Sodom. Discovering Sodom Brings Historical Credibility to Bible by Dr. Stephen Collins. It's 49 minutes long. Now these I call them addresses, will be linked to my video. I hope. I've never done it before, but I'm going to try. Then the next one is Gomorrah, Sodom and Gomorrah War, Wyatt Archaeological Research Edition. WAR stands for Wyatt Archaeological Research. It's 45 minutes long. And Sodom and Gomorrah, New Archaeological Discoveries, is 29 minutes long, by Holy Land Site. They have made a superb film of this. Sodom isn't even shown, but they are doing all of their showing at Gomorrah. So you're going to get 2 shots of Gomorrah and 1 shot of Sodom, and I will try to get these links put in under the description on the video so that you can find them and just click on them and they should come up. If not, if it doesn't work, I will have a card at the end of the page, and it will have these addresses on it. All right. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video or think you're going to enjoy the other videos, do me a favor. Go down and hit the like button down there and share. If you share this video with someone, this is a real challenge to unbelief. And if you share this video, you may be saving someone for all eternity. That's something to think about. And also, if you haven't subscribed, I ask that you do. Make a comment, and I will answer all comments. Thank you very much. God bless you.